It came to my attention that Corey Holcomb was dissing me on his podcast and making veiled threats.
Why y'all people who don't know what's happening talking? All right. You're going to have to prove it. It's some dude, push up in you faggo.
Corey Holcomb is a classic example of people who don't take responsibility. I'm not going to lie. I used to rock with Corey heavily. I'm questioning Corey's methodology. I'm questioning some of the things that come out your mouth, partner. I'm not going to lie. I keep it straight up and down like 6 o'clock. And then you're not taking no responsibility for talking about little young girls. Now, that is not healthy. It's not healthy.
What did push up in you faggo? You'll see. You can't call black men. I am so against. I don't care what happens to a. But I know that you guys are riding the wave to call me a because y'all trying to get me assassinated. Because what good is a in any society? What is a in any society?
Choosing to spend your time responding back to these accusations by calling me names is definitely a choice, but I don't know if it's the right choice. If I was you, I would have used my time explaining exactly what the thoughts you had in your head about the minor stepdaughter that you allowed to get under the cover while you had no clothes on. What exactly the thoughts you had about her that you couldn't express out loud?
Real, one day I was living with this lady and her daughters crawled in the bed and I ain't have on
Yeah.
I was up under the cover.
Wow.
And I was like, oh And one of her daughters was like,
rest in peace.
Her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15. Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts.
Listen, somebody wrote a comment in the comment section. I haven't had a chance to respond to it on the video. The lady said, if I went to a country where murder was allowed, I would still not commit murder because I have morals. Corey said he went to whatever country it was, Iceland, Greenland, I don't know. And the age was 13. And he went and he enjoyed himself. In America, you know what we're going to call you, right? All right. In Canada, you know what we're going to call you, right? All right. So that's just what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't think he should be concerned, but more boycotted and ashamed. Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. 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 100%. He should be more concerned about being boycotted and shamed at this point. 1,000%. You sit, and now you sitting there, you don't want to take responsibility. You acting like the victim. I don't understand how Corey is trying to spin this narrative. You know what I'm saying? And that's TMZ's fault.
Or maybe try to articulate, if you are not a pedo, how or why these words would have left your lips in the first place?
All of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy, that's the best put. I'm saying, all of you are kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
Kid pussy, that's the best put. I'm saying.
Was that a slip of the tongue? Was that what you thought a joke was? Or maybe try to explain exactly what you meant when you confessed to having a good time and taking advantage of the laws in Iceland that allowed grown men to sleep with very young women. Or what exactly you meant when you said you had a good time in Iceland?
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Oh, my God.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal.
He's trying to get extradited.
He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
This dude crazy. I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
This is something that's coming from the mass media, TMZ. Ever since they said what they said, they trying to get at me for real. Let me tell you something, what they do. Because they did this to Michael Jackson. They did this to Martin Luther King. They did this to Malcolm X. They did this to so many people. When they ready to come get you, they assassinate your character so people don't look at you as a human being. They look at you as a villain. So they're using mass media now to come holler at your boy. This isn't little weak bloggers. Little weak bloggers have been talking crazy about me ever since I've been on air. But TMZ took a one-sided story of a woman who's addicted to drugs and quite dangerous. They showed a video recently where me and this woman got into it. And I can't hold back anymore. Listen, this woman was stalking me for a long time, and it was proven in court. And on top of that, I told people that this woman is a troublemaker and she sells drugs. TMZ knows that I have a restraining order against this woman and her boyfriend.
So he had a point with the media assassinating characters. He had a point there. But they're not assassinating your character. You said all these things, sir. You know, what are we talking? We saw you. We heard you say it. We saw. It wasn't even a audio where we could say it was AI. No, we saw you, nigga. Well, we said the fact that he saw nothing wrong with his show makes me sick. It's disgusting. Now, after everything you done said, bro, he even said things I don't even want to repeat with the 5-year-old and the bottle and that. Come on with it, man. And yet still, you don't want to hold no accountability? I said, come on, man. What he said? So because you did it in another country, it's okay. He killed his own self. These are his words. Those were his own words. This is why you're going to be boycotted and canceled. This came out of your mouth, damn near verbatim.
I don't know, man. If I was you, I would have used that time that you used to call me names. I would have used it to explain exactly why a baby sucking on a bottle makes me think the baby is promiscuous.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with it. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I said, that's a little growing right there.
I don't know, man. If those things were too risque to address, I mean, you could have started with maybe the first video that got you in this situation in the first place.
Hey, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grown.
Did you almost say 13? That's a grown woman? Nah, let's run it back.
Hey, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grown. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
Hey, that's nasty. 2, that's just a lie. But it'll be asking too much for me to ask you to use your time to actually explain why you chose to misrepresent and lie.
So I've never heard of a woman getting hit or punched, whatever you want to say, and I get a restraining order against her. The story is not being told the right way. Now, they have something online, once again, about this pedophile thing, and it's going too far. So my lawyer said you don't even have to really talk about that for real, but just make sure everybody knows this. I'm no pedophile. Never been accused before in my life of being a pedophile. I despise a pedophile. Anybody who would do anything physically, I think it's a person who sexually abuses children. Am I right with that? That's what a pedophile is, right? You know, I ain't living like that, and I've never lived like that. But I understand the media firestorm that's happening to Corey Holcomb because, these people know I have evidence against them that's going to bring them down, so they have to destroy my credibility first. They have to destroy my credibility like I'm a villain. But I want to say to TMZ, who I know is watching, I've already given the evidence to my lawyer and a few other people.
Let me get the chat's popping. Let me get to the chat for a second, man. The chat is hot this morning, man. Well, what we said, man. Man compared himself to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. having their characters assassinated. Lady T, that's what he said. That's what he said.
people. So it's out of my hands. So if you guys want to come at me, there's nothing I can do. You know the case is coming. You know the case is coming. Sean Holly, TMZ, and of course the drug addict woman. I mean, she has nothing to lose, so she'll do whatever you guys want her to do. She'll say whatever you guys want her to say. But my day in court is coming, and I don't even have time for court because I live a glorious life. I work and perform. It's just my voice got too powerful for some powerful people, and they're sending this media firestorm at me, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. I showed everything I need to show because they said this is an innocent woman. This woman, since I had the incident with her, she stabbed a man. So all you guys who don't know what you're talking about is predictable because you have feeble minds. All right, you're gonna have to prove it. It's some dude, Push Up In You Faggo. He got a page. Push Up In You Faggo. You'll see, you can't call black men pedophiles. I am so against pedophiles. I don't care what happens to a pedophile. But I know that you guys are riding the wave to call me a pedophile because y'all are trying to get me assassinated. Because what good is a pedophile in any society? What is a pedophile in any society? Did you know the state of California is the biggest pedophile I know? What they do to mutilate children here? But that's not the hot topic by TMZ. This man, Harvey Levins, who is got Epstein files drama, who has had people following me at the airport, who has had all this stuff done, when the drug addict girl got out of court, they had cameras there to try to create this story, all done to stop the voice of Corey Holcomb. But I'm just saying, Corey Holcomb been out here a long time and has been an upstanding member of society. So, you know, you guys did what you did to me. You did what you did to me. Like you did Michael Jackson, like you did Martin Luther King, like you did a lot of people like me who speak up for my people, because my people don't even know what's happening. They're just going off what they see with the quick things on the internet.
Oh, what in the world is going on, man? Corey, you blame TMZ? And TMZ, the comment says right here, man, TMZ do it to everyone who is a celeb, right? That's fact. They follow everybody. I don't know how, they like the FBI. Now you come off the plane, there's TMZ. We all know this, all right? Stop trying to blame TMZ for what you did. It's that simple. TMZ didn't tell you to tell all them stories. Nope, you did. TMZ didn't tell you to tell a story about, you know what I'm saying, some lady you was dating and her daughter came up in the bed when you had no brief on. TMZ didn't tell you to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. You got to be careful, player partner. You know what I'm saying? You got to be very careful, Corey. Because I think Corey's, as they say, cancel culture is hitting Corey, man. It's getting bad. We're going to move on with the next, what we say? He did it to himself. He talked so much, he didn't even remember what he said. I know people like that. They talk so much, they don't remember nothing what they told you. 100%. I ain't gonna lie. A nigga tell you something yesterday, and tomorrow, the same story is different. I said, nigga, you a bullshit ass motherfucker, man.